Yo, welcome to Swankview. I'm your host Swank, and today we'll be discussing this is an edition of Swank TV News. Today we're gonna be getting into Wesley Snipes turned down New Jack City 2 because he said he don't want the youth seeing that. Also, we'll be talking about Tyler Perry buys the first black-owned studio in Atlanta, and it's huge. It's bigger than Walt Disney, so that's something to think about. Also, we'll be talking about Master P stepping into the wrestling world, emerging hip hop with wrestling, Tekashi 6ix9ine sentencing, along with some other topics. So let's get right into it. First and foremost, let's start with Wesley Snipes turning down New Jack City 2. He said he don't want nothing to do with it. He don't want to be involved with it on any level, no matter what. He don't want nothing to do with it because he says feeding the youth a negative image of black men and just black people in general in the urban community, selling drugs and doing stuff of that nature. He also went on to say that he felt like when he did New Jack City back in the day, when it came out in the 80s, 90s, whatever it came out, he's saying it was relevant to the time because that was going on in the community and they was telling the story of what was going on, like the crack era and all that. How it went from the powder to the crack and all that, and that affected all of the inner city communities in America, period. Everybody, LA, Chicago, Miami, New York, whoever, whenever, whatever, even in Oregon, I don't care where you went. It affected everybody, and it was a super big deal. He's saying basically you just force feeding the youth more gangs, drugs, and criminality, teaching them how to be criminals, and because people look up to that stuff. You seen Scarface, you seen New Jack City, and more recent times, you seen State Property, you seen what it was about. I mean, you got the story of how the downfall comes, but at the same time, the glorification was way heavier than the sometimes the message. Sometimes glorifying being a criminal and selling drugs and being a gangster and having clout and status in the hood, but seems to become more important than the actual message telling you don't do this, don't sell drugs, you will end up in jail, you end up killed like Nino Brown at the end. G Money killed Nino Brown, his right hand man. Duddy Man got killed, Keisha got killed, everybody in the movie kind of died or whatever the case, went to jail for 30 years. The educated brother from the bank got 100 years or something when he told on them. Miss Hawkins, you know what I'm saying? So I agree with Wesley Snipes. I think it'd be a great film because we all love the movie. It was a really good movie. Like, I love New Jack City. I watched it multiple times, probably in the hundreds by now, since it came out to now. I love movies like State Property. I love hood gangster movies. Shout out Benny Siegel and the whole State Property team. I liked what was it? Paid in Full. You see how their story turned out. Somebody told, somebody killed his right hand man. Again, a couple of them died, the rest went to jail, some got out. They say he a snitch, you know what I'm saying, Alpo or whatever the case. He out doing his thing, when nobody bothers because they know he's still a killer, he's still in position even though he told. So this whole snitch culture has got out of control. I don't know, I'll cover that in another show. But I agree with Wesley Snipes as pushing that propaganda on our youth, telling these young boys, yeah, go ahead, go out there, sell some dope and become the next Nino Brown and G Money. Be the next Beans from State Property. You know what I'm saying? It's a deeper message going on. It's all our kids see. So you got to understand the severity of that, what you teaching and training these kids. And you add the hip-hop, the rap community. You add that in there with the movies, with the film, with the visuals, with the commercials, with everything hood. Everything is turning hood. I'm going to discuss that in another commercial, how everything turning hood. And how people who seem to don't care for black culture loves to mooch and steal from black culture and use it for their own benefit and not give nothing back to the black culture, which they took the ideas, the inspiration, the dancing, the singing, the whatever you want to call it, the culture from. They don't want to benefit the culture itself. So once again, I want to say I agree with Wesley Snipes. Stop feeding them this propaganda. I would love to see the film. I'm an adult, at the same time, I ain't trying to totally shelter my kids. I just want the story to be known that it's fictional about something real. It's a fictional story about something real. Like I said, at the end of New Jack City, this is Nino Brown in every city. Multiple Nino Browns. So, just understand that, take that into consideration, all the propaganda getting pushed on our black young males to make them think they can only gangbang, sell drugs, kill, rob, and steal. Make them think they can't be nothing else. Ain't feeding them no positivity, ain't showing them a business plan, ain't helping them get into tech or own a business. Think about that and take that into consideration. So shout out Wesley Snipes for that message. He turned it down. Apparently, it ain't about money. He turned it down because it wouldn't feel right with his soul. It didn't resonate with him. It didn't vibrate with him. Moving along, Tyler Perry buys a new picture studio in Atlanta, a self-contained mini Hollywood. He opened a 330-acre film complex in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's bigger than Warner Brothers Studio, it's bigger than Walt Disney Studio, and it's also bigger than Paramount Studios. He has 12 sound stages, 330 acres. That is huge. He's the first black American to completely own a film studio in history. So shout out Tyler Perry for that. It's a lot of back and forth debates about it, about is he doing it, you know, for black folks so we can be self-contained. A lot of people saying ain't no excuse for the content coming out. Can he show us black people in a positive light? Can he show the youth something better than violence, drugs, and robbery and those type of things, criminality? Can he show something better? He can make another Cosby show. He can make, I ain't saying it's gonna be exactly, but you get my point. He can make something on that level to show the black family in a positive light. We can be successful. We all are not vagabonds, criminals, and gangsters. Not all of us. So I respect it for that. I respect what it's doing for the culture forward. Moving forward. I respect it for that totally. Like that's huge that he doing that. Shout out Tyler Perry again. You know what I'm saying? I can't thank him enough. I don't know if I'm ever get a chance to go in that studio, but if I do, it'll be a blessing. Whatever the case. But he is on the line because the content coming out of that studio, as far as the black community, it better be positive and it better be something. I'm not saying he can't do no gangster, because you could show gangster. He could do it from a documentary standpoint, meaning I'm showing you the harsh realities of the inner city world. No fairy tale. This not Hollywood. This not magical. This you know what I mean? This ain't no hocus pocus or no rah rah rah. This is really what's going on in the inner cities. And but there's a lot of pressure on him from the black community. And then understand on the other side, the white people who own Hollywood, whether it's the Jewish people, the Europeans, whoever it is who totally really owns Hollywood, the big boys, looking at him, the fact that he went up them and had something bigger, is they gonna try to stifle him and keep him down. Like, you can only do these type of movies, these type of content, or start messing up contracts, or start messing up permits, or start. I'm pretty sure he did everything legitimate because he know how this go. And I don't care if you black or white, you don't do it legitimate, them people gonna come for you. You ain't tuned in with the right people, them people gonna come for you. You gotta tune in with somebody. You either getting with it or you getting in the way, like I keep telling you, fam. So like I said, I respect Tyler Perry, but watch out, because the people who, or as y'all like to call it, the powers that be, will be in tune, and they will be getting involved and seeing what you got going on. They will be going through everything you do with a fine-tooth comb. Know that. I know you know that, Tyler Perry. You could not get this far and be that naive. You came homeless, sleeping in a car, sleeping on couches, pallets, being outside with one of them tweed coats, you know what I'm saying? Just asking for change, and now you a multi-millionaire media mogul. Tyler Perry is huge. There's nothing to discuss about as far as his status and level in the film industry and in the black community, you know what I'm saying, all his movies being more urban based. I respect Tyler Perry for what he did, what he does for black people and all kind of people. I'm not a racist by any means, you know what I'm saying? I love all. They all don't love me. It's whatever. I don't really care. You ain't about to do nothing. But nah, so, like I said, shout out to Tyler Perry. Just be careful. The content coming out of Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta, it better be solid. Everybody is watching. Everybody got him under the microscope. And we going to see what he do with it, man. I wish him all the best. I hope he do something for the whole film industry as a whole. And I hope it influences young kids to know that you can do something better. He came from being homeless to being a multi-millionaire and a media mogul. It's no excuse. It's just how bad you want it. And sometimes you got to put the work in. It don't always click exactly when you want it to. Same time, he's showing a positive influence. Like when Obama became president. Not equating him to Obama, but you get my point. Wow, it showed young black kids like, wow, we can get in the White House. And it's called the White House. You know what I'm saying? The White House. We can get in there. It's possible. Whether it was a finesse or whatever, or he was already appointed, you know, all that Illuminati propaganda stuff, whatever the case, bottom line, it sent a positive message to the black youth that you can become something better than, like I said, a street thug, or have to do something illegal or evil. So like I said, Tyler Perry did that. It's a big, huge deal for the whole film community, for the world, for the entertainment community, and as well as black people, especially the youth, seeing somebody come from that to that, and now I own. Ownership is the biggest thing. They never let us own anything in Hollywood or in major baseball, basketball, sports clubs. They don't let us get involved with that. You can get 1% stake or whatever that means. Or you can get 1% of a percent of a percent, but you're not about to own nothing. You ain't about to run nothing, call no shots. You just the face on the package. You don't make no decisions. You like Lady Eloise and Boomerang. You the face on the package. You don't make no decisions. The board makes the decisions. So with that said, like I said, shout out Tyler Perry. First black American to totally own a film studio, and the fact that it's bigger than Walt Disney, Paramount, and Warner Brothers, that's a big deal. Be careful, Tyler Perry. Better pay attention, boy. They on your heels. Moving right along. Master P enters the professional wrestling world by purchasing House of Glory, Hog Wrestling. He will be merging hip-hop with wrestling. He went on to say Vince McMahon is in trouble for us being the leader in the wrestling world. You know, Vince McMahon got WWF, which is now WWE, was the biggest wrestling platform, period. Since I was a little kid, I watched them since the Hulk Hogan, Coco Beware days, Junkyard Dog, all that. Y'all remember all them guys. I used to love that. You used to do the moves and fake the rock and smell what the rock is cooked. You tried to imitate the moves and all that. Your mother might, said y'all was fortunate you had a couple of them toys. Hoping you ain't take none from your neighbors. But, he gonna be merging hip hop with wrestling, which would be crazy because you seen Offset on the WWE, you seen Wayne, you seen a couple of rappers go to the WWE on Vince McMahon platform and perform or walk out with the wrestlers or put on a little show or and that's huge for ratings. So Master P gonna have a whole company dedicated to that called HOG House of Glory. His Master P, the HOG. Masterpiece Wrestling League HOG House of Glory next event is November 16th in Queens, New York, and it's titled No Limit. The name of his record label. So it's called No Limit. That's the next event. It's in Queens, New York, November 16th. So y'all can look up that information if y'all in that area, y'all in Queens, New York area around November 16th. Y'all can go there and check it out. Shout out Master P. Once again, he doing something for the culture because there's no black man that owns no wrestling that I know of. And then especially a person of Master P's stature. He a heavy in the media industry, in the entertainment industry, whatever you want to call it. I know he got several clothing lines. He has shoes. He probably got beeper shops, plenty of real estate, whatever. He is to a lot of business. Master P do a lot of business. He did cell phones. He just did that. He doing movies. So that's huge. And I would like to see him and Tyler Perry. So I want to commend him and Tyler Perry for jumping out there and lighting a fire and being a spark for other brothers and sisters or other people. Once again, I'm not racist. I'm just speaking from a black perspective a lot because I am a black man from born and raised in America, and that has its own set of issues, rules, conditions, and situations that come with that. So, but still, the message that him and Tyler are sending, I commend both of them brothers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. Salute. So, like I said, Master P doing that. Master P came from being a street guy from the Callio projects or something like that, Third Ward, something like that. And he came from that to doing music, to doing shows, to doing film, to owning businesses, to now owning his own wrestling league. That is huge. Young black men, you can do whatever you want. Young black sisters, young people in general, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to be a criminal, whether you Latino, whether you European, whatever. But especially for my people who I know are in danger, the young black man, which is at risk every day he steps outside, that shows you it is a better way. He came from the projects and came all the way to doing this, owning his own wrestling league and having all of these multi-million-dollar businesses. Tyler Perry came from being homeless and owns the biggest film studio damn near in America, probably. Bigger than Walt Disney. I don't know what's too much bigger. So, like I said, shout out Master P. Be sure to tune in to HOG and support. Also, Master P also has a basketball league that's cross-gender, that's unisex. You know what I'm saying? No train, no homosexual stuff like that. No stuff like that. I just mean unisex, as far as women and men playing at the same time on the same team. And he said he gonna do something about the salaries and make it fair and make them make some real money. Like you damn near making more money with him than you would in a bigger league. Like a lot of NBA players and WNBA players go overseas because they're paying more money in China and in Ukraine and England and, you know what I mean, Mexico and some of them places, Venezuela. They paying more money over there for you to play ball than you get played here from the NBA. So shout out Master P for doing that. Another thing he doing, the basketball league. Y'all look out for that. I'll get more information. If y'all won't, leave it in the comments, and I will let you guys know all the information about that, where you can see it. Is it on TV? Is it streams? Is it pay-per-view? Can you go to the game? Is it coming to your city? So far as I know, he only have a couple of teams. So we'll see how that go in the future. Also, Master P says a new lifestyle of the elite and wealthy. A TV show called Miller Family Treasure to show you what it is to live this elite, luxurious lifestyle from his perspective and his family, and you know what he sees as wealth and whatever the case. I can't wait to see it. I don't have no date on when that come out, but y'all just be looking out for it. Shout out to Master P once again for uplifting and bringing new jobs and opportunities to people and teaching our young black youth ownership. Shout out to Master P, and again, shout out to Tyler Perry. That was huge. Both of you guys doing big things. Moving right along. Billy Ray Cyrus dedicates his BET Hip Hop Award to Nipsey Hussle. Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus won a BET Award for Best Collaboration Duo or Group. He thanked the hip hop community for embracing him and making him feel welcome. And then he dedicated his award to Nipsey Hussle on Twitter, who he said was a legend that was gone way too soon. Shout out Billy Ray Cyrus for that. We already know who his daughter, Miley Ray Cyrus. She pretty wild with it. But that was all love. And, you know, Lil Nas X, the country singer that came out as a homosexual, whatever the case, that's huge for the homosexual community. And, you know, for people who scared to come out and scared to be an entertainer because of their sexual orientation. Like I said, shout out Billy Ray Cyrus, shout out Lil Nas X. I ain't got nothing against him, you know. Ride till you can't, that's fine. Ride till you can't no more, little man. And Billy Ray Cyrus is a legend in music industry. There's nothing to be talked about, what explained, don't need to be discussed. But that was love, and that made a lot of sense to me, and it was a good move for him and a good move for the culture, and in remembrance of Nipsey and everything that he did and was doing and continue, as they say, the marathon continues to do with his legacy, his spirit. They took his body, but they ain't take his soul, his spirit, his mind, his focus, his drive, and he got some real solid individuals around him, it seems, that's going to keep the marathon going. Like they say, the marathon continues. Shout out, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Shout out Lauren London. Shout out Black Sam. Everybody, the whole family, his mom, everyone, all his friends and fans. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle. Pay homage. Much love and respect. Thank you for everything you did for the culture and all the people you employed and helped. Shout out Nipsey Hussle. Moving right along. Tekashi 69's sentencing has been moved from January 24th, 2020 to December 18th, 2019, Complex has reported. Because of a plea deal with his lawyer, that's why it got moved up. And they say he might be home before Christmas. So maybe he don't got to cancel Christmas. He might be out. Y'all already know Tekashi told on everybody. I done covered the story. You know what I'm saying? Any other news develop, I will let you guys know. But Tekashi 69, you know, told on everybody. He sunk the whole ship. Loose lips sink ships. He let his lips get loose, and he sunk the ship of the whole Treyway. And the 9 Trey Bloods. And I don't know what's going to happen any further than that. I do not know, but they said they moved it up because he took a plea deal. His sentencing will be December 18, 2019, and not the original date of January 24, 2020. So once again, he might be home for Christmas. I don't know how it's going to pan out. I don't know if he's going to be in witness protection. I don't know if he going to move out the country, remove his tattoos, cut his hair, and live a square life with his family. I don't know. That's totally up to Tekashi, his family, and his lawyers. Moving right along. Ja Rule and 50 Cent still at it after 15, 20, 30 years. They still into it. When they gonna let it go? Ja Rule was on the show, I think, with Andy Cohen, the dude who do the Housewife reunions and stuff. I believe he was on a show with that guy, and Ja Rule was asked to say 3 nice things about 50 Cent right after he said, I want to let you guys know that I'm no longer in the circus. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going back and forth with 50 Cent. It's silly. Like, it's getting ridiculous. It's been 15, 20 years, and we still out here arguing about whatever, who did whatever to whatever. So he said he was going to remove himself for the circus because he said something to the effect that if you entertain a clown, you become part of the circus. That was his words, not mine. So they asked Ja Rule, fine, with your newfound light and your newfound I'm not on that with him no more. You know, you guys reconciling from your perspective from what you saying. Can you say 3 nice things about 50 Cent then? And we'll just move to the next segment. That's what Andy Cohen asked him. And he said 50 Cent is a bad father. Then he said 50 Cent has a box-shaped head. And then he said 50 Cent looks like he has bad breath. Then he said 50 Cent is my sworn enemy forever. It was a joke. We can never be cool. It's on forever. I don't care if you kiss my ass from here to across the street, boy. It's on. Shout out Tupac. So I just think that's crazy. For me, I mean, I don't know how deep it goes. You did something personal and scarred me or did me dirty. I probably wouldn't want to be your friend and be buddy with you. Ha ha he and kiki and tapping it up. I can understand that. I can respect that. You ain't my mans. We not friends. We not cool. I don't fuck with you. I don't subscribe to what you want. Like I said, I think they should just let it go. Maybe just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Legends live, let live, and keep on living. I mean, just let the man live both ways. No pun intended. No shade thrown at Ja Rule. I hold 50 Cent responsible and hold him to the same standard as Ja Rule. Come on, man. Y'all 48 years old. Y'all still out here beefing about some shit from 1993. I don't know how deep it was, but if it wasn't that deep and it was rap beef and just a couple slick words to each other, I think y'all could get past it. People almost shot each other and got past it. And you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like y'all could get past it. I don't know if y'all could ever do work together. Then I know the whole Kenneth Supreme, so from the Supreme team from Queens, Ja Rule and Irv Gotti are totally loyal to this guy, and I believe he loyal to them. He's supposed to gave them the startup money for Murder Inc. back in the day. So if 50 Cent had a problem with them, supposedly Supreme Team, his guys went over there and the one who shot 50 Cent the 9 times and tried to kill him. So Ja Rule and them on that side with Supreme Team and Kenneth Supreme Griffith. Hope I ain't mispronouncing his name, but y'all know something about Supreme. Kenneth Supreme. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He's huge. He's a legend in New York, and his story is known worldwide. Let's be serious. One of the top gangsters, criminal enterprises, whatever you want to call it, hustlers, whatever you want to call it, flies nigga. And 50 on the other side, opposition on some street beef. Now, if it's street beef, it's bigger than rap. It's way bigger than rap if it's street beef. Now, if it's street beef, you tried to kill me. No, we ain't finna be friends. You, everybody, anybody see you, it's on sight. I'm gonna get down on you. I'm gonna do any and everything will happen to you if I see you. I can tell you that. Something gonna happen to you. I don't know where y'all from, but I'm from Chicago and we catch you like any other city. I'm just saying it. Well, I'm in my city, it's the same way it probably is in every other ghetto in America. If you do something slick, say something slick, you gonna get hurt and we can't get over it. Ain't no getting over it. It's on sight forever. We can feud forever like the McCoys and whatever the other people name. We gonna feud forever. 7 generations, we still feud. That's crazy, but if it's one of them, it's one of them. I don't know what else to tell you. No, we can't get past this. He tried to murder me. We ain't getting past this. I'm looking for him. You know what I'm saying? One of them. So, I don't know. Y'all just pray for them brothers. Like, I don't know what else to say. 50 Cent, he always trolling. He always getting down to somebody, talking real slick, real greasy. That's what he do. He came in the game with the teach you how to rob, disrespecting all of the rap legends that he grew up on, and he disrespected everybody. But it got him on. He's like the king of conflict for a minute. The king of controversy. And we all know controversy sells. Good or bad. Controversy sells. Whether you the victim or you the aggressor. It doesn't matter. It sells. Facts. Moving right along. Joe Budden, now ex-fiancée Cyn Santana, confirms her and Joe Budden are no longer engaged. She said, we never decided on anything, and she and her son are in a much better place after the split. She also said she is single and wants to date. She like to be wined and dined. She love to eat because she's a big foodie. So, guys, she said it herself out her own mouth that her and Joe Budden is no longer engaged. She was like, he doing his pod thing, whatever the case. She couldn't get no answers. They didn't ever set none solid. For whatever reason, y'all already know Joe Budden crazy anyway. He got his own issues, whether it was drugs or mental health, and Cena had her own issues with depression or whatever the case. But now she said she in a much better place. They better because they not together anymore. I guess it didn't work out. You know, the Hollywood, they was all on Love and Hip Hop. Then everybody in their business, they get interviewed. You know how it go. I thought it's hard to be a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity, so I don't know, but I heard it's very hard to be a celebrity. It's not just flashing cameras, lights, gold chains, and cars. It's a lot of other stuff that come with it. You have to sacrifice and give up a piece of yourself to be a celebrity. Because now it's like they don't own you, but they kind of own you, the world, because you give yourself to the world. You don't owe them, but you kind of owe them because you put yourself out there, suck them in, and now they want your content. They want to hear you talk. They hanging on your every word. They want to see all your films. They want to see what you're doing. They want to see what kind of toilet paper you use, what kind of jewelry you like. Whatever it is, they want to know. They love you. They want to imitate you, mimic you. They want to be around you. They want to be in your vibe. They want to say, I did this just like such and such. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool just like such and such. Stuff like that. So, it's hard to be a celebrity. Their relationship didn't last. I remember when he was with Tahari, he proposed to her on that Love and Hip Hop show on his knees in Times Square. She declined. They was going through stuff, said he was doing drugs, so on and so forth. I don't know all of the details. Y'all can go back and watch Love and Hip Hop if y'all want to find out everything y'all need to, or just look it up. It is up. It's public information. Like I always say, do your research. Don't believe me. Do your research. You'll see. It'll come to you. Moving right along. Last but not least, today, October 9th, 18 years ago, T.I. dropped his debut album, Serious. T.I.'s went on to drop several mixtapes, several studio albums, and now has his own brand, Grand Hustle. He brought on acts such as Young Dro. Who else? He had somebody else that was popping in his camp. Can't remember at the moment. Somebody leave it in the comments. Who else T.I. had on Grand Hustle besides Young Dro that was popping? Young Dro, the best thing he's smoking. Shout out Young Dro. Young Dro is one of my favorite rappers. Very underrated. I'm going to do a show on underrated rappers too, because a lot of people going to give these people the light. They way better than your favorite rapper. Your favorite rapper, your favorite rapper, and he don't get the accolades and none of the credit, even though he put in the work. And like I said, what Cash like to use, he had more figurative language, more piece-ups, and more metaphors and bars, and something that's exciting when you hear it. It's refreshing. Young Dro had crazy color schemes. He used to say his Chevy looked like Green Goblin with Spider-Man wheel paint. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. Shout out to Young Dro and the whole Grand Hustle. But yeah, T.I. dropped his debut album. He went on to have Grand Hustle. He also now has a podcast called Expeditiously. Shout out to T.I. and the whole Expeditiously family. I'm not a hater. I'm a participator. And I just want to say T.I. did a lot. I know he did charitable events. I know he put other brothers on. I know he had that show, The Family Hustle. He brought his whole family in. Smart move. And I know he helped a lot of people in his community. I know they got the Trap Museum out in Atlanta for all the trap rappers and people who helped put Atlanta music on the map from their perspective, telling their stories, what's going on in their neighborhood, they way. Any way that is, they way. So shout out to T.I. Like I said, October 9th, 18 years ago, T.I. dropped his debut album, Serious, and now you see the man he is. He's very successful. He has children. He's married to Tiny. His wife is very successful. She has her own show, salons, and other business ventures. And also managing the group. His kids are all doing music or in entertainment and film. That's wonderful. He brought them along for the ride. Shout out to T.I. and Tiny. And that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching Swankview TV News. I'm your host, Swank. Don't forget to like, share, comment below. Tell me what y'all want to hear about. Whatever y'all want to know about, just put it in the comments. I will do the show. Whatever it is, I'll research it and I will give you my commentary on it. I will give y'all some facts and I will give y'all my opinion and my view on it. I mean, the show is called Swankview, right? I am Swank. Let's get these likes up. I need y'all to smack that like. I need y'all to definitely subscribe. Help me get these subscribers up, get these numbers up so I can grow the platforms. I got a lot more content for you guys. Help me pop it. I've been so busy researching content. I have so many stories for you guys. It's ridiculous. Do you see this? I have so much. But help me get it popping. Like I said, I might even let you guys see this wolf cut off my face. I might let y'all see me without the hat and all that. I'll let y'all see me. I'm not a scruffy bum, dude. You know what I'm saying? But I've been very, very busy doing research to bring this content to you guys. Y'all can become a Patreon and help support my movement. Or y'all can help me. Y'all can donate to my Cash App, which is $Swankview. $SwankBiew, all caps. Please donate to the elevation of my platform if you enjoy my content. Once again, this has been an episode of Swank TV News. I'm your host, Swank. Y'all be smooth.